Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into this incredible story of a hero who goes from absolute zero to straight up God tier. We're talking from being the butt of every single joke to becoming the last hope against, total annihilation.
So, picture this. A young guy. Everyone's branded him a complete failure. I mean, things got so bad he actually tried to take his own life. But, and this is where it all changes, in his darkest moment, he stumbles upon a secret that is going to shake the very heavens.
All right, let's meet our main guy, Jonathan. He is, without a doubt, the weakest disciple of the Celestial Sect. A total loser in everyone's eyes. But that failed suicide attempt? It leaves him with something unexpected. It awakens this secret interface right in his mind, a sword drawing system, and it gives him one single, absolutely monumental task.
And there's no complex training here, no ancient secret scrolls. The genius of this system is how simple it is. The mission? Just perform one mind-numbing action over and over and over again to gain this unthinkable strength. It really makes you think, right? Maybe greatness isn't about talent. Maybe it's just about sheer, maddening persistence. So what's his first quest? Get this. Draw his sword 100,000 times. Just let that number sink in. It's an absurd, totally soul-crushing task. And for months, day and night, that's all he does. Draw, sheath, draw, sheath. And of course, in the process, he becomes an even bigger joke to his entire sect.
Okay, so while Jonathan is doing this endless grinding, the annual 3 Sects competition is just around the corner. And this is a huge, high-stakes tournament where his sect, the Celestial Sect, is pretty much the forever underdog. Everyone's just expecting them to get completely humiliated. Again.
And yeah, the humiliation comes fast and it is brutal. After his senior sister is just crushed in her match, Jonathan steps up. And guess what? His task is finally complete. He gets on that stage to face his rival, Percy, the same guy who just wiped the floor with his sect's best fighter. You can imagine, the whole crowd is just waiting for a total massacre.
Percy's just sneering, calling Jonathan trash as he winds up for what everybody thinks is going to be the finishing blow.
And then, it's over. Just like that. In one single, unbelievable moment. He draws his sword once, and Percy is down. The entire arena just goes completely silent. Nobody can believe what they just saw.
But, of course, not everyone's buying it. This guy Samson, a real powerhouse champion from another sect, he's not convinced. He challenges Jonathan, thinks the whole thing was just a lucky fluke. He's totally expecting an easy win.
And what happens? The exact same thing. It's identical. One move. Jonathan just shatters Samson's ultimate technique, doesn't even break a sweat. This sends massive shockwaves through the competition and locks in this dominant, totally surprising victory for the once lowly Celestial Sect.
But look, the tournament, that was just the warm-up. The prize for winning is entry into the Secret Realm. And this place is a whole different ballgame. A dangerous, treasure-filled dimension where the stakes are way, way higher than just bragging rights.
Yeah, the rival sects are not taking this loss lying down, so they unleash their real heavy hitters. Prodigies who were too powerful even for the tournament, and they have one deadly goal: kill Jonathan. And to make it all worse, they've got an inside man, Jonathan's own jealous sect brother, Wesley.
So Jonathan gets cornered by this guy Giannis, a prodigy whose power is said to rival the old masters. He unleashes this super secret technique, a move that should be absolutely unstoppable for anyone their age.
But nope, even this so-called genius goes down with a single draw. And in that moment, Giannis realizes the terrifying truth. Jonathan isn't just some strong disciple. He's a grand master, a living legend with power on par with the sect leaders themselves. This changes everything.
And that kind of immense power, it doesn't go unnoticed. It sends ripples through the entire cosmos. His Grandmaster-level energy actually awakens these ancient beings that were hidden away in the secret realm. And just like that, the fight escalates from a few petty rivalries to a full-blown cosmic war.
So 3 ancient ancestors suddenly appear out of the shadows, and they reveal they're earthly immortals who've been in hiding. Why? Well, they tell this story about a tyrannical heavenly emperor from the upper realm who literally hunts down and destroys anyone from the lower world who dares to become as powerful as them. And speak of the devil, right on cue, 2 celestial generals from that upper realm descend from the heavens. Their mission is simple: find and destroy the illegal immortal. And their target, of course, is Jonathan.
And these guys, these immortals from the upper realm, are just on another level. They are overwhelmingly powerful. They defeat the 3 ancestors without even trying, just swatting these legendary figures away like they're children. At this point, all hope just seems to be gone.
So the celestial generals are getting ready to just execute everyone. And then, a familiar sound rings inside Jonathan's mind. That's right, mission complete.
Turns out the ancestors had hidden him away, and in that time, he completed his second monumental task, 1 million sword draws, and his power just skyrockets, blowing past the level of earthly immortals into something entirely new.
And then, he's there. Jonathan just materializes on the battlefield at the absolute last second. A lone figure, standing right between the defeated ancestors and the celestial general's finishing blow. And in this incredible reversal that feels just like his first fight, he takes down the mighty celestial general Nadine just as easily as he took down Percy. 1 single move. An immortal from the heavens, felled by the boy everyone used to call trash.
So, he saved everyone, his friends, his entire region, but in doing so, he has basically just declared war on the most powerful being in existence. The other general flees, scrambling back to the upper realm to report on this impossible mortal.
And you can guess what happens next. The Heavenly Emperor is enraged and is now preparing to descend personally. So the fate of both the mortal and immortal realms, it all rests on a boy whose only real power is his insane, impossible persistence. The real question is, can 10 million sword draws prepare him to fight an actual god?